Good afternoon, people of the internet. My name is Paul Johnson. Today is December 10th, 2023. I'm here to talk about a couple things. So last night I was having a conversation with my wife Josie, and we were just talking about the changes we've noticed over the past 10 years, since 2013. It seems just like yesterday it was 2013. It's just wild to me. Crazy. What we came to notice is a huge increase on people in their usage of cell phones and tablets. So, as you know, some of you might not know, but 10 years ago, we thought that cell phones and tablets were popular then, but today it's just a whole new game. You see people use their cell phones and tablets everywhere they go, every day, constantly. It seems like a 24/7 deal, which it was 10 years ago, but today it's just completely changed. It's like they need it. It's like their arm, like it's just right there all the time. You never get rid of it unless you cut it off, and then the people would die. That's a sad death for people. People can't live without their tablets or cell phone these days. Just can't. Another thing I'd like to comment on is our president, Mark Zuckerberg. As most of you know, he is a CEO of Facebook, and I've kind of teed off, honestly. A couple months ago, I noticed when I was updating the status on Facebook that I updated it, and then you had to watch, a 30-second clip of a commercial right after you post the status. Back in my day, you never had to do that. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. You can't walk down the street anymore, and not see Facebook. Facebook's everywhere you go, any time of the day. Walk in the gas station, Facebook. Go to the mall, Facebook. Come to my house, Facebook. Everything's Facebook. Facebook this, Facebook that. Also Apple. Apple's the largest company in the world now. What the hell? Crazy. I don't know, it's just different times. Oh yeah. Well, speaking of my son, see this coffee cup I bought for myself actually for Father's Day. My son, ever so kind, he got me a virtual #1 dad coffee mug through a Starbucks ad and sent it to me on Facebook. Sweet thought, but it's just not the same. You can't hold it in your hand. I don't get it, But, it's the thought that counts. He's just a boy, media production over the past 10 years has changed drastically. Smaller phones, people, really, do we need them? I'm a regular sized man, and I don't have Burger King size hands. And for anyone that gets that joke, power to the king. And so, on another note, I was at the Apple Superstore last week buying my son a new iPhone 15s with the little hologram images and whatnot. And I was thinking to myself, it's crazy that just 10 years ago, or 11 years ago or so, it was so cool to see Tupac, as a hologram with Snoop Dogg on stage. Like, that was mind-blowing to me. But now kids are just walking around with little hologram friends. Come on, people. This isn't Star Trek. It isn't. It's just real life. Come on. Get your head straight. And, it really teased me off that Apple discontinued making laptops and desktops. I still today use my laptop. I love it. Call me old school, whatever.
I'm a 90s kid, different age, different thinking. Many of you know that we're coming up on the anniversary of Dell going under. It was a sad day for many of us because I know many of us had family or friends who worked for Dell, made a life living off working with Dell. And my buddies tell me that Dell went under because they couldn't produce a tablet as cool as the iPad Supreme 13. I guess since then, Apple's just big shot. It's just a rotten company. I'm just gonna come out right and say, technology is the devil. Technology completely changed the advertising world. It was never like this 10 years ago. I haven't seen a commercial on television, in years now. I guess that's because they moved all the commercials and ads on the internet because that's where everyone is. And when you are, I guess, watching television nowadays, you just go to the app store on your tablet or your cell phone and go download the TiVo to Go app, and there it is right in your hand. Whoop-de-doo. Sometimes you should come downstairs and watch television with your parents. It ain't so bad. Times were different. It was a simpler time 10 years ago. We had newspaper and magazines. They weren't just on our phones. Some of the best days I ever lived, I'd go outside, grab my coffee mug, and my newspaper, and sit out there and enjoy a nice Sunday breeze. You kids will never understand that. All wrapped up on your cell phones and tablets. Your cell phone and tablets, they're just going to continue to grow. Antichrist is coming, children. He's a coming. Monetization completely changed over 10 years. You wouldn't even believe it. I remember back in 2013 when you could go on the App Store, download things for free or like 99 cents, $1.99. Cheap. Nowadays, you're going to pay for it, and it's going to be a pretty buck. I promise you that. I mean, you're going to pay at least $5, and I've seen apps run up to $300. And every time that you purchase an app on the App Store, you have to go like the page on Facebook. Guess who came up with that one? Mark Zuckerberg. They're just running everything, Facebook and Apple, I tell you. They just seem to keep finding ways to monetize the internet and the App Store and everything. Never gonna run out of money, and it's never enough. Well, kids, that's a little bit of everything I got in me, and I appreciate you for watching this video, and y'all take it easy. My name is Paul Johnson. Power to the King.